Welcome back, Road Warriors. This is Healthy Miles Media with Peter and Lori. My name is Lori, and in today's video we're going to be talking to a personal trainer about ways that you can increase your activity level. You'll be surprised to find out that you don't need to go to a gym and you don't need to have huge chunks of time. Just 5 minutes here and there throughout your day can really make a difference in your health. Stay tuned to find out how. In today's video, we're going to be talking to my son, Ethan Albrecht, a personal trainer with a functional fitness specialty certification. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. You got it.
Ethan, as you may know, commercial drivers spend up to 11 hours a day behind the steering wheel, and this inactive lifestyle can lead to weight gain and other related health issues. Are there some things that you can show us to help us sneak some activity into our day?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest points in my job as a personal trainer is to help people establish a good mind to muscle connection. So that's one of those big terms that's kind of thrown around to help people with their kinesthetic body awareness. So what that is, you just need to know what muscle that you're going to be flexing. So that is a crucial part in something that you guys can do throughout the day. As you guys are driving along, you want to think, okay, how do I tense up this muscle here? Or how do I tense up this muscle here? Just constant little things as you're driving, just so you're not getting that too much blood pooling, especially in your legs. So thinking about how you guys can brace your muscles as you're driving along. One of the biggest ones that I believe is important for all of our exercises is core bracing. So our core bracing, what that is going to be is like something when you do a plank, any of your abdominal exercises, but any of your regular exercises too. So that is going to be, your cues can be different for every person. Suck the ribs to the back of your spine, flexing your abs. If I'm about to punch you in the stomach, what you would do before, think about that as the basis of every start of your exercises, is that core bracing. Okay, so biggest thing with truck drivers, road warriors, anyone even who sits at the desk for the majority of the day is going to be, oh my gosh, my hamstrings are so tight, my hips are tight. One of the biggest causes to that is what can be referred to as gluteal amnesia. That is going to be the inability to use your glutes properly while you're sitting all day. So that is going to be one of the biggest focuses besides the core bracing, is going to be turning those glutes on and getting those firing out here. So when you first step out of your truck, you're going to be real stiff. You just need to get the blood flowing. First, starting off, you can just start off with simple little knee drives. As you're moving forward, keep trying to bring your knees up higher and higher. One thing that I want you to be really careful of is what's happening with your hips as you're doing these knee drives. Is my hips drop into the side here? Just be cautious of little things here and there. Keep my shoulders, everything nice and square. Get a good knee drive, and then we'll slowly keep increasing it here and there. Okay? No certain numbers on this. All I want you to think about is getting the blood flowing, getting the body moving, and slowly advancing this stuff here and there at your own pace once you feel comfortable. Okay, so after you do a few knee drives here and there, and then you start doing the closing the door here and then opening the door here. Once we get those blood flow going through those hips and get those hips nice and active, then I want you to think about bringing your leg back here and there. Trying to bring your leg back without tilting your hips back and forth here. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the glutes nice and active and trying to wake those suckers up before we start doing any of these more advanced exercises here. Again, no certain rep range. You could say 10 to 20. If I'm super stiff, I don't get blood flowing very easy, I might have to do 30 of those bad boys. Just trying to get the body moving and the blood flowing. Okay, so after busting out those knee drives back and forth, the next thing that I'd like for you to do is to activate your outer glutes here. So this is called your glute medius activation. You guys don't really care about that. Maybe some of you do, but we're gonna try to activate the top part of our outer glutes here. So you're gonna find something that you can kind of post up on, your wall, your truck, something along those lines. And then we're gonna do all old classic Jane Fondas back and forth here. So you're gonna bring your leg out to the side. The biggest keys is always focusing on what's happening with the core, making sure I'm not hiking my hips to perform this back and forth here. And another big key as I'm doing this is to make sure that as I raise this out to the side, that I'm not bringing my toe up. That's what a lot of people want to do when they're, especially when they're sitting all the time. They want to bring their toe up because their hip flexor does the movement there. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're going even slightly back with our heel up. And you should feel this outside of your glute firing out here. Again, this one's another one that we can be a little bit higher reps, 15 to 30 reps here and there. As long as you're feeling that glute firing out, that's going to be the biggest key for you. So then the next set of exercises that I want you to do here is going into a regular squat. One of the biggest things why we're trying to get the glutes firing out is to make sure that we have proper squat mechanics as you guys are trying to develop that lower body and just get some blood flow in there. So assuming a nice shoulder width stance, maybe a little bit wider wherever you need to be at, nice and solid here, weight heavy in the heels, equally distributed through those 3 points of contact in your feet, and then drawing a line right down your legs wherever your toes are pointing. And a really big key of this is keeping the body nice and upright, trying not to lean forward too much, body nice and upright here, dropping your butt down back and forth. That is going to be one of the biggest keys. As truckers, as road warriors, when you have tight hips and you don't use your glutes very much, a lot of things that you'll see here is inability to sink those hips back. So that's one really big thing I want you to be cautious of, is making sure that your knees are not dropping forward, that we're sinking our butt back. Keep sinking the butt back as you're going through these exercises and slowly keep increasing that range of motion. Okay, so eventually the squat is where you want to start off with using both of your legs. The next thing that I'd like you to do that can be a little bit more of an advanced movement is just going into your regular walking lunges. As you're going into these walking lunges here, starting off with a reverse lunge where we drop one leg back here and staying nice and upright. Again, same rules apply. As I'm dropping into that squat, I think about, okay, where's my knee going? Where are my toes pointing? Where's my body positioning? Am I flexing my core? So really focusing on how your body's moving and trying to listen to your body more than anything. Less intense options during this stuff is just decreasing that range of motion and slowly advancing and progressing to, dropping my foot back a little bit further. So that way I'm getting a little active mobility on my hip flexors as well too. Okay, so the reason that I started off with core bracing and using your legs is because that's going to be the primary importance for someone who is sitting all the time, is trying to get your glutes active and just trying to get these your abdominals activated as well too. So assuming that you have your truck right next to your bus, whatever, even just any random wall, you guys can do this exercise as well. And this one is going to work twofold: your legs a little bit for your stability, but then also one part in between your shoulder blades that you want to focus on as well. Okay, so what we're going to do here, you're going to be seated in a nice wall squat here. More intense, less intense as you regress and progress this is going to be based off your depth. Ideally, I'd want to get to about 90 degrees here and here with my legs, my thighs parallel with the ground. The next thing that I want you to do is bringing your thumbs facing up, pointing your gun out here, straight up to the top, and then right back down. Okay, slowly increasing your range of motion. So ideally, you can bring your arms all the way up to the wall while keeping this core nice and braced. As you can tell, I need to work on that one a little bit as well. Okay, so just a quick recap for our lower body dominant exercises that we can do. 5 minutes here and there in between on your regular stops. It's going to be starting off as soon as you get out, getting the blood moving, getting the knees pumping back and forth here, slowly working up, getting that blood flow. Then after that, thinking about our core bracing, flexing those abs as I'm performing any of my movements, thinking, okay, someone's about to punch me in the stomach here and there. Just thinking about that core bracing. After I brace my core, I find something, my truck, whatever, a wall that I can do this on, flexing my abs. I'm gonna bring my legs out to the side here, back and forth. Again, 15 to 30 reps, whatever feels best for you. After that, then we're gonna go into our lower body exercises, dropping down into a squat. After a few of these, stay there, or you can progress it into our regular walking lunges back and forth. Again, 10 to 15, depending on your fitness level as well. Then after that, going against the wall, doing the wall sits with the gun pointers, trying to flex my abs the entire time and focusing on that part in between my shoulder blades, that part in between my shoulder blades right next to my spine. After that, and do that as a finishing exercise for your day.
Ethan, thanks so much for those tips and showing us how 5 minutes here and there can make a big difference throughout our day.
Yeah, just want to keep in mind, according to the American Heart Association, you want to shoot for 150 minutes of moderate activity or 75 minutes of vigorous activity throughout a given week. So you can see how doing these quick 5-minute intervals, you can work your way up towards that 75 minutes throughout a given week and continue moving forward with your fitness.
That's awesome. If you would like to see Ethan's inspirational story as a childhood cancer survivor, click the link below. If you like what we're doing here, give us the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, stay safe and healthy out there so you can keep America moving.